Hello, I'm Master Numerologist Andre Moore, and today's lesson is entitled To Know Self is to Know God. To know the self is to love yourself. To love yourself is to love your brother. To love your brother is to love God. The Lord has everything except our love. God has given us free will to love Him or to reject her. It is our choice. You never truly love or know God if you frown upon your sister. The most arduous task in the world is to love another. The most rewarding thing one could accomplish is to love another. The greatest downfall of humanity comes about when she grows to hate his brother. Cain slew his brother not out of defense, but out of jealousy and hate. To harbor hate is to harbor hell. This hatred vibration destroys everything in its path. Its flames of destruction burn every fiber of humanity and decency. Nothing good comes from hate. It's a monster that devours everything in sight. It leaves behind pain, anguish, destruction, sorrow, confusion, and disease. So, why does humanity continue to hate after witnessing the chaos and death it brings? Man has taken its eyes off of God and placed it elsewhere. He has moved away from himself, from his kingdom, out into the sea of Maya, the cosmic illusion. Life would flow so much smoother if the world could agree on what we are, a soul in the image of the Lord. From there, we could devote time and energy to realizing this truth in action and deed. Instead, we label ourselves everything under the sun except for this fundamental truth. If we are not a soul, then all religions fail to serve a purpose. What is the true meaning of religion? Is it to prepare us for the afterlife? If there is an afterlife, then it stands to reason that there must be a before life. Where are the souls before they incarnate? Nothing can come from nothing. God exists, so souls exist. The cosmic illusion of life exists in three phases: past, present, future. One cannot have a present without coming from history, and one cannot go into the future unless one has a present. The three blend into life. The cosmic illusion of heaven exists as a dream of God. It is no more real than this cosmic illusion of earth. When you close your eyes and sleep, this actual earth plane disappears. You lose all consciousness of your status of life, your gender, your whole existence is gone. Upon awakening, this cosmic illusion of Maya once again places you in a hypnotic state, and you accept that this plane of reality is real. If you desire to know God, then you must want to know yourself. Seek the kingdom of God first, and all things must be added unto thee. This is a commandment. It is telling us to do something. To be still and know that you are the child of God is the technique to achieving the objective of seeking the kingdom. If you accept that there is an afterlife, then you must accept eternity. If you accept that there is eternity, then you must accept that you are an eternal being. One cannot have existence in eternity if one is not an immortal being. A drop of water cannot become one with an ocean unless it contains the same molecular structure as an ocean. The word self contains four letters, a box. Within this box, all knowledge is attainable. One must seek to find, must knock for the door to open. A person must take action to get a reaction. Searching for your hidden kingdom, your soul, is the grandest of all adventures, of all quests. It is the Holy Grail. Letter S, the one behind the curtain, the one that's pulling all the levers. To know self is to know God. Letter E flies outside of the box of confinement. It thinks for itself, not bound by the outdated rules of society. It lifts its consciousness above the earth plane. It is soaring high above the clouds, searching for truths, not limited by what others have told it, but taking action to investigate on its own, not accepting just because it is written or someone has preached it. Letter L vibrates on the third level and rules the tongue. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of his mouth. Your words, a byproduct of your thinking, are your building blocks. As a person think, so it must come to a realization. Spoken words are a form of vibrations. Vibrations create movement and sound. These movements can bring forth creations or can destroy creations. In his masterpiece book titled The Hidden Messages in Water by the internationally renowned Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, shows how the influence of our thoughts, words, and feelings on molecules of water can positively impact the earth and our personal health. Using high-speed photography, Dr. Masaru Emoto discovered that crystals formed in frozen water reveal changes when specific concentrated thoughts are directed towards them. He found that water from clear springs and water that has been exposed to loving words shows brilliant, complex, and colorful snowflake patterns. In contrast, polluted water or water exposed to negative thoughts forms incomplete asymmetrical patterns with dull colors. So I would highly recommend for everyone to get a copy of the book, The Hidden Messages in Water by Masaru, Masaru Emoto, Emoto. Study it, master it, because he demonstrates that your words have a direct impact on your environment. Okay? You are what you think. You are what you create. You are powerful, but you know it not. You are the child of God. And one way you demonstrate that is bringing forth creations made in your image. If you do not like the image that stands before you, you must change the channel. You must change the thought pattern. You must hold a different thought until the outer exterior of that manifestation evaporates, disappears, and a new one in its place is formed. You are the artist. You are the creator. You must take responsibility for your actions. Not God, not Jesus, you being the very child of the Lord, endowed with powers of creation, and you create through your thinking. And if you buy this book, The Hidden Messages of Water, Dr. Emoto demonstrates how you can write a word on a glass of water and let it sit for 24 hours. Then freeze that water, crystallize that water, and then using high-speed photography, snap a picture of it. And you would distinctly see a geometrical snowflake of colors, form, and shape. You can contrast that by printing a different type of word, let's say a negative word, like hatred, on a glass of water. Let it sit for 24 hours. And then using the same high-speed photography, snap a picture of it, and then examine how it crystallized. You will see a distinct difference in that crystallization. It gives you evidence that The words that you writing, speaking, thinking is having a direct impact on your outer environment. And why shouldn't it? You are indeed a soul. You are indeed the child of God, but you know it not. You misuse your power because you don't know that you are powerful. Okay? Now, letter F vibrates on the sixth level. It's the love potion. Try drinking from the cup of love and forgiveness. Your life will blossom and your life will be filled with a sweet fragrance. Your face, your countenance will shine and be a beacon of warmth for those who pass your way. Do not harbor thoughts of hatred, jealousy, envy, and revenge. These thoughts will create a life filled with sorrow, anguish, disease, and pain. The number pattern for self is 1536 and vibrates on the sixth level. Learning to love self is the greatest achievement of all. When you love yourself, love your sister, love your brother, you love God. And once God is love, everything is granted unto you forever. Okay, you guys, to know self is to know God. If you want to know God, then you must know yourself. Because if you have seen the Father, you have seen the Son. We are all one. We must take responsibility for our thinking, for our words. For this is how we are creating. And I spoke about this. There's three cosmic planes: the physical, the astral, and the causal. Your thought forms reside in the causal plane. If you want to manifest something in the physical, you must hold the thought. Then you must apply some physical effort. And you must not deviate. You must not vacillate back and forth, back and forth. The reason why we have problems manifesting is because we're not focused in our concentration. We say we want to become wealthy, and then we don't put no action behind it. You understand? We say this, we say that, but then there's no physical execution behind the desire. It's just talking. And so, therefore, it never creates the energy, the vitality that is needed to be able to become a reality for you in your life. You have to hold a thought until the thought crystallizes into a material manifestation. Our problem is we don't know how to hold thoughts. Our thoughts are scattered, they're all over the place. You think this, then you drop it. Then you think something else, then you drop it. Then you think something else, then you drop it. It's just scattered. And so the thought forms never really crystallizes. It's just you shoot them out there, but it never takes on the energy, the actual energy, to eventually drop down into the physical plane. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, Science of Minds by Ernest Holmes, they all are trying to teach us how to use our thoughts, our mind. You cannot get out of the first book of Genesis. It says that in the beginning was the Word. The Word still is. You must proclaim what it is that you want to manifest. Then you must hold that thought until it crystallizes into something that's physical. But we don't hold our thoughts. We scatter our thoughts because we like the discipline. We like the meditations. We do not know how to build our capacity to hold on to our thoughts. So, until the next video, peace.